Latest.
Well, Bill O'Reilly said he was shaken by his ouster, and if Fox News thought that getting rid of him last week would move them beyond negative headlines, they were wrong. Yet another lawsuit makes new claims, this time against multiple Fox executives.
I am sad that I'm not on television anymore. I was very surprised how it all turned out. I can't say a lot because there's much stuff going on right now.
That was Bill O'Reilly last night on his podcast.
Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly reporting from Washington.
Nearly a week after he was fired from Fox News, the 67-year-old used it to speak directly to his fans.
That I'm very confident that truth will come out, and when it does, I don't know if you're going to be surprised, but I think you're going to be shaken, as I am.
O'Reilly released the recording shortly before Tucker Carlson took over the 8 p.m. time slot.
What O'Reilly did was not easy. He set a high bar
that O'Reilly had occupied for more than 20 years. Meanwhile, Fox News is facing yet another lawsuit.
All right, what's the headline tonight, Andrea?
Andrea Tanteros, who alleges former Fox News chairman Roger Ailes sexually harassed her, filed a new claim in federal court. This complaint accuses Fox News executives of illegally surveilling her emails and telephone conversations and then using that private information to, quote, intimidate her.
She was the subject of a very vicious social media campaign against her.
Tanteros' lawyer, Judd Burstein, says Fox deployed so-called sock puppet Twitter accounts against her. Those kinds of accounts look like real people, but he alleges were actually controlled by the network. Tanteros claims one of those accounts tweeted about her dead brother one day after she had a conversation about him with her mother. The lawsuit alleges another tweet referenced a friend who had been stung by a scorpion.
It's one of those things where you say this can't be true, and then the more you look, you realize it is true, and it's very scary.
Fox News lawyers said in a statement that network executives flatly deny Tanteros' claims. They have no knowledge of the anonymous or pseudonymous tweets described in her complaint, they said. We also got a statement from Roger Ailes' attorney. He calls this lawsuit an obvious attempt to get publicity. He said the suit has no merit. Vlad and Anne-Marie.
Pop star Elton John is recovering after contracting a potentially deadly infection. The 70-year-old singer, what? Elton John is 70?
It's unbelievable. I mean, I've seen him in concert a couple of times in the last several years. He is amazing. He's still, rocking and rolling.
Well, listen, he started getting sick while flying back to the United Kingdom from South America. He spent nearly 2 weeks in a British hospital, including 2 days in intensive care. So this is pretty serious. The 8-time Grammy winner has canceled his upcoming shows in the U.S.
In a tweet this morning, John wrote, "Thanks to everyone for reaching out. I'm resting well and looking forward to getting back on tour." I hope he gets back on tour, too.
Will.
Saturday night's all right for fighting, Anne-Marie.
Oh, God. How many more of those do you have in you? You have a lot, I know.
Hollywood writers are one step closer to walking off film and television sets around the country. Members of the Writers Guild of America voted yesterday to authorize a strike. It would be the first time since 2007 when writers picketed for several weeks.
They now have less than a week to negotiate a new contract with the studios. Maria Villarreal is in Los Angeles with more.
This studio is where the Mary Tyler Moore Show, the Roseanne Barr Show, and Gilligan's Island were shot. Sound stages like this one have never been busier here in Hollywood. 455 of them were built this season alone. That's more than double the amount from just 6 years ago. And that's thanks in part to new content providers like Amazon, Netflix, and Hulu. And now writers are saying they want their pay to reflect Hollywood's new reality.
For now, it's all smiles on the late-night talk shows.
Doctors say if you've already ingested pieces of golf balls, the best thing to do is just let them play through.
But all those jokes come from union writers who could soon be putting their pens down and putting those shows in jeopardy. The Writers Guild announced Monday that more than 6,300 of their members voted by a margin of 96% to authorize a march on the picket lines if a deal isn't reached with the producers union before their current contract expires on May 1st. Your upcoming fall lineup favorites could also take a hit.
It's not my fault I'm bad at sharing. I skipped kindergarten.
They have to fight back. TV writer and Guild member Patty Carr has worked on shows like Rain and Private Practice. She says changes in the TV landscape landscape have hurt the bottom line for writers because they are paid per episode. A traditional broadcast series runs 22 to 24 episodes, but now shows on cable or basic streaming services run an average of just 12 episodes. These shows are often shot to look more like a movie, taking longer in production, which keeps writers tied up for the same amount of time while making less money.
The average income for writers has gone down 23%. It's about not being able to sustain yourself.
Writers are asking for higher script fees, bigger residuals from streaming media, and larger contributions to their health plan. When unionized writers went on strike 10 years ago, it lasted more than 3 months, halting production on dozens of TV shows and films. It also cost the industry at least $2 billion. In a statement released Monday night, the Producers Alliance said they remain committed to reaching a deal, but warned the 2007 writers' strike hurt everyone. Writers lost more than $287 million in compensation that was never recovered.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that. It'll be hard. It'll be scary if that's what we have to do.
Producers say they are also under pressure to keep costs down as viewing habits change and more people choose to cut their cable cord. Both sides believe that the strike is avoidable and negotiations will begin again today here in Los Angeles. Vlad, Anne-Marie.
Still ahead, icebergs are blocking one of the world's most important shipping routes. We'll show you the international effort to prevent another Titanic-like disaster from happening. This is CBSN. We'll be right back.